In this section, I'm going to speak about the stiffener command, and you can see the body that I'm going to make sure that it won't break when I put some pressure on this face. So for that, I add some parts here, and to show you how I can create this, I'm going to select YZ plane. That's kind of, if I rotate this, you can see it is kind of in the middle of my body. Later I will show you how you can create planes, of course. I'm going to select YZ plane to create a sketch that I need for this stiffener thing. So I click on sketch, and I'm going to show you what happens if you don't have a correct sketch. So I select this spline command, and I'm going to start from here, click here, and click here. Now something that is important is this. If I continue this line, it won't ever intersect this part. And the same happens for this. So this is not a valid profile, and I'm going to show you when I exit the sketch and select insert, sketch base feature, and select the stiffener, it will complain about that. So when you are creating something like that, you need to make sure that this has some intersection to the faces on the sides of that. So I just go to this sketch, double click on that to make it correct. So what I'm going to do is to move this control point here, and this one should come, let's say, for example, here. And now you can see that by prolonging these lines, it's going to touch the faces. Now let's exit and go to insert command, sketch base feature, stiffener command, and you can see that there is no complaint about that. And right now this was selected, so I don't need to select it. I'm going to rotate it a little bit to show you something. You can see the thickness is going to be added to both sides of this profile, and I'm going to say, for example, 10 millimeters on each side, and you can see that it is added to the both sides. And if you want to add it to just one side of that, what you need to do is to uncheck the neutral fiber, and you can see it goes to the right. If I click on that, it goes to this side. And also I can reverse the direction. In my case, reversing the direction, because it doesn't touch anything, it's going to give me an error. So the only thing that I have is the direction inwards, so I select that. And I select neutral fiber because I don't really want to have this. So I select the sketch. Let me cancel this out, and again go to insert, sketch base feature, and stiffener, and select 10 millimeters to each side and click on preview. This is what is going to be added to my my body right here. I'm going to rotate it so that you can see this nicely. The next thing that I'm going to show you is from top, and in this case, of course, from top is not going to work so fine. If I click on from top, you can see that it says there is no intersection to the side, so this is not going to be a good example. I just go and select it one more time and add 10 millimeters and click on OK, and that's going to be like that. For the other type, I'm going to select a new sketch. So I go and create a sketch like this. This is going to be a box, and I'm going to have another box inside it. And I exit. I use multipath for this command, so I just go here and select multipath. And for the outside, the external, the external that is going to be this, I'm going to add something like 20 millimeters. And for internal, I'm going to add something like 5 millimeters. So this is what I'm going to receive. You can see that. And what I'm going to do is to select this top face and go to sketch environment and add some lines here. Let's say I'm going to add a spline. It starts from here, goes here, 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 and press escape. This is going to be my stiffener. Of course, I can have multiple lines that are not connected, but this is something that I just created. Let's have some line here, and another line here, just to show you what happens if I select this. And all of them are going to touch a boundary. You can see that all of them are limited by a boundary. So I exit, and what I'm going to do is to go to Stiffener again, and I select this command, and in this case it intelligently understood everything, that it should be something like from top. I'm going to rotate it so that you can see the result as a preview. If I click on preview, and again I can have neutral fiber, or I can add everything to one side of the sketch. In my case I just want to have it in both sides. And if I click on reverse direction, again it works because everything is limited by some boundaries. So I click on OK, and you can see the result of this command.